Well, here we go. Here's our yearly totals. We got 1 inch this morning, which we're going to go take a walk. I'm very surprised at how much pond filling we got from that 1 inch of rain. The yearly total is 33.79, which is about right for this area. Anyway, let's go take a walk. Well, good morning. It's been a long time. I busted my phone, and I had a lot of videos in it that got lost when the phone broke. But here we are, almost to the new year, almost to 2025. We had 1 inch of rain this morning, and I'm in shock at how much water we got from that 1 inch. So this is the little hole I dug to catch water coming from the neighbor's property. And then this is where the cows are. This is my newest pond. Let me walk over there real quick. I mean, it was empty yesterday, but this is a pond where I just added a dam, but I didn't dig the bottom out. I wanted to use it to catch sediment and to grow grass. If I kept it shallow, you know, I felt like the grass would grow like it's not going to hold water at all. But you can see the evidence of the green on the edge of it, that even with the little bitty rains we've been getting, like 0.01 of an inch and 0.05 of an inch, they've been very small. The edges have been green. In fact, there was Bermuda growing in the middle of it. And then it's actually overflowing right now. I've got to finish the rocks on it. I kind of just dumped them in and didn't lay it out. And this is a big surprise, because as of yesterday it was dry, bone dry. This is my original sediment pond that feeds into the main pond. But I had taken the excavator and dug it out, but I didn't get to the center. I just kind of dug a trench all the way around where I could reach with my excavator. And I was going to go in and with the excavator get it down in there and kind of bowl it, because like I said, you got this big flat spot in the middle and it's dug out on the edges. I was going to put a bowl shape back in it, but the rains came. As you can see, we've got some water flowing into it, and I've got to finish the rock lining. And this area that I've worked, I've been using the hay, just putting the hay out here to put the mulch layer down. And then the main pond, I actually had to turn the hose on yesterday. It was so low. The concrete culvert was completely out of the water. Let me get closer here. So it's back in the water again, but back over here, it was probably about right here is where the water line was. So I've probably got 6 inches or so added into it. Anyway, the thing I wanted to look at most was Lake Timmy. That's where I did the overflow with the waffles so I could plant some pecan trees. I'm not sure if it overflowed, but let's go take a look. Okay, well, I'm in the area where I've done most of the recent work. This is my manure pond. You can see it got a little bit of water. It just shows you how that area I was just at, you get just so much overflow. It's in the main water flow. But this is just taking the water coming out that's full of sheep and horse manure. And then I've got this one, which is the first rain on this. I'm not going to go look at this pond over here, but I was more curious about the overflow. So I intentionally left low areas because, you know, standing water is just water that's going to soak in the ground. But let's follow the flow here. Like I said, this was just 1 inch of rain, which kind of shocking that I've got this much water. But you got to look at the roof catchment area. Anyway, this little hole I just dug to catch the water and redirect it. Now I assume because of the rain it was 1 inch and it came quick. You got all the surface area, you know, all the water flowing in from this way, I guess, is making it in here. And I haven't finished the outflow. I wanted to see a overflow event and then figure out what I'm going to do from here. But you can see it's going to leave the fence line right there. But I still want to look at Timmy. Well, you can kind of see grass coming in. I had to seed probably 3 times we had rain in September, so I threw seed out, and it sprouted and then withered and died because we didn't get no more moisture, except for turnips. Turnips actually made it to full production. Anyway, then a month later, got another little bit of rain, and then a month later rained again, and every time I seeded, and you can kind of see where I'm finally getting some growth. And this is this area here is where the baby cows. This is one of the paddocks for the baby cows. Now we're going to Lake Timmy, which I'm really proud of. This one, I mean, after it was built, we went and dug up some lily pads, and I mean, the pond is holding, but you can see the lily pads, and like I said, it's almost New Year's Day. We're just a few days away, and the lily pads are not only thriving, but they're blooming. But looks like we didn't quite overflow, but man, look how close we are. I mean, I'd say 4 inches. I do want to cut it shallower. Let's go take a look at it from a lower view. I mean, I'm not getting that 2 to 3 foot edge, even though I kept adding and adding. I mean, right there in the center of the screen is probably the low spot. That's where I had to rework it because I had some seepage. Anyway, what I need to do is just come back here with a skid steer and recut this. Recut it so right where it's at, we'll consider that full, and water will be flowing out after that. I think that would, like I said, get a couple more inches of headspace on that dam. But that's pretty cool. But let's go look at my waffles. And I'll be, as soon as the bare root pecan trees are out, I'm gonna get them. Oh yeah, look at that. So anyway, the water flowing out of Lake Timmy, I kind of directed it. It's gonna hit this fence line and then make a left turn. And I built my waffles. And look at that. Not much rain at all, but look at all that. So my plan is at every dam, which is these dividers here, I was going to plant a pecan tree. So I'm going to have 5 pecan trees down here. And what I like about this, I mean, I've used drip irrigation. It's been a nightmare. I mean, I hate using all the plastic. And then if I come out to like mow or weed eat, I end up just cutting it all up into little pieces. So I like these waffles. I mean, all I got to do is drop, if I got to irrigate, just drop a hose overnight in this top one. It'll fill and overflow and go all the way down the line there, which I think is pretty cool. And I'm talking about, you know, because of the volume of water, like running it all night, I mean, probably once a week or once every 2 weeks during the heat of the summer. And if I can do that, I think I can get the pecans to survive, because it's real tough here. The first and second summer is just, it's very hard to keep trees alive. So I'm gonna go look at this this last one. There again, we've got, so let me pan back. So here's this one. The water is gonna overflow out the fence right there. And then just right over here, we've got this area here. I gotta figure out what to do with the water past this. I mean, it's not looking like we had an overflow, but I got to figure out what to do. I'm really thinking of my final pond, like an actual sealed keyed dam pond, just past this cedar tree here, and it would catch these flows we've been studying right here. Okay, well, I moved a little bit further down. That's Lake Timmy. If you can see the cattails down there. So I'm going down here to this little middle paddock. This is where I dug a hole out here. It had clay probably 2 feet down, and I just dug a hole and then tried to pack clay just on the downhill side up that extra 2 feet. And this is basically just a water trough. I mean, you know, I talked about instead of like filling a water trough for the cows, which is up there, I'd rather the water go back into the ground. So I dug this hole and I fill it up with water, and it's actually surprisingly stable. And we're actually working on this paddock to make it better. What I like about my little baby cows is I'm feeding them square bells instead of round bells, and it's such a beautiful, nice mulch layer I get. You know, when I do the round bale, I end up with this circle of like 8-inch thick hay that it takes it could take actually 2 years for it to grow grass through because it's so thick. But these square bales, I mean, I'm able to place them. You can see my last placement here where it's green. Kind of just placing it out. That lasts for about 3 days, and I'll bring another one out. And as soon as I get this area, you know, where I want it as far as mulch layer, I'll move them over. So I've got this one here, and then back behind me where Lake Timmy is. And I've also got the mobile home I can take them to. Anyway, I'm really liking the way this mulch is, and I'm actually thinking of doing it with the adult cows too. I mean, a round bale lasts about a week. If I do the square bales, it's I'd have to bring a square bale out a day. But like I said, I think it's worth it because you're getting that nice light mulchy area. Get it mulched, move them to a different spot and seed it. I mean, I think y'all can all imagine how this would just grow pretty green pretty quick. And then we're gonna go look at the highway pond, and then we'll shut it down, see if we got anything in it. Yeah, I'll go back and look and put it in the comments, but this has got to be more than 1 inch of rain. I'm here on the dam side of the highway pond we dug. This was just playtime because the government's taking this land for a highway expansion. As you can see, the whole thing it's not full or overflowing or anywhere near close to overflowing, probably a foot to 18 inches before it does, but it's got the full moat around it. Anyway, it started out such a beautiful spring and a lot of rain and everything was full. And then basically we started felling in September. That's when we should have got a lot of rain, but we got little rains, very, very little rains. Give us some moisture to get the seeds to sprout, and then everything would dry up. We're finally getting into kind of a little green season here. Anyway, that's everything I got. Hey, thanks for watching. Sorry it's been so long. Just really haven't been anything to talk about here. Anyway, y'all have a great day.